Today we're diving into some of the most inspiring and unbelievable comebacks in football history. These players didn't just overcome injuries, they stared death in the face and then came back to nutmeg it. Let's start with Christian Eriksen. Because when people say a player gave everything on the pitch, he took it way too literally. At Euro 2020, Eriksen collapsed mid-match. His heart stopped. He was, by medical definition, gone. And yet, thanks to fast-acting medics and a defibrillator, he came back. Now, most of us struggle to return to work after a mild cold. Eriksen came back with a metal box in his chest and started spraying passes like nothing happened. I mean, if that's not Nordic power, I don't know what is. Since then, he's signed for Manchester United and proved nothing will stop him. Now let's talk about the magician with the feet of angels, Santi Cazorla. At one point, this guy's Achilles was so messed up that doctors told him he might not walk again. One infection after another, 8 surgeries, and a chunk of his leg missing. They had to take skin from his arm to patch his Achilles, tattoo and all. Santi basically said, why not turn my leg into an art gallery? Fast forward a couple of years, he's not just walking, he's playing like he never left. Villarreal fans cried. Arsenal fans cried. I cried. Everyone cried. Except Santi, he was too busy getting back to businesses. At 40 years old, he is currently playing for Real Oviedo in the Spanish 2nd Division. Then there's Eric Abidal, the man who took the phrase, "you'll never walk alone," and said, cool, but I'll jog back to the starting 11. Diagnosed with a liver tumor in 2011, he was told his career might be over. But he had surgery, recovered, and returned to football within months. Like most of us take longer to recover from a flu jab. And just when you thought that was inspiring enough, he later underwent a full liver transplant. And yes, he still returned to play. Messi even dedicated a Champions League win to him. You know you've made it when Messi is playing for you. Jonas Gutierrez, a name that deserves more respect. This man battled Premier League wingers every week, but his toughest opponent was testicular cancer. In 2013, he got diagnosed, went through surgery and chemotherapy, and in classic footballer fashion, kept it quiet. He didn't want sympathy, he wanted minutes. When he finally returned, he didn't just jog around the pitch, he scored. And that goal helped Newcastle avoid relegation. Talk about writing your own redemption arc. Gutierrez 1, cancer 0. Next up, Daley Blind, solid defender, great hair, and apparently electric on the inside. Literally, in 2019, Blind collapsed during a match. Tests revealed he had myocarditis, a condition that makes your heart go rogue. He got fitted with an ICD, a small defibrillator, just like Eriksen. And like any stubborn footballer, he went, cool, can I still play? Doctors said yes, and he was back in the Ajax lineup before most of us could spell myocarditis. He's since played in the Eredivisie, Bundesliga, and the World Cup with a heart monitor. You know what they say, heart of a lion, chest of a robot. Let's rewind the clock to one of the OG comeback kings, Kanu Nwankwo, the Nigerian legend who basically told doctors, heart problems, I've got goals to score. Back in 1996, at just 20 years old, doctors discovered a serious heart defect during a routine medical. His aortic valve wasn't closing properly. So basically, his heart was playing a formation that made no sense. He underwent open heart surgery. Open heart. At 20, most of us were just discovering shampoo at that age. Not only did he return to football, but he also went on to win the Champions League with Ajax, play for Arsenal's Invincibles, and become a national hero in Nigeria. He even started the Kanu Heart Foundation to help children with heart issues. Legend status unlocked. Okay, deep breath. Because this one still gives people chills. Fabrice Muamba. In 2012, during an FA Cup match between Bolton and Spurs, Muamba collapsed on the pitch. Cardiac arrest. No heartbeat for 78 minutes. 78. That's an entire football match plus Fergie time. Miraculously, he survived. But unlike others on this list, he didn't return to play. His heart said, that's enough. And honestly, fair enough. But Muamba made a different kind of comeback. He's now a coach, a motivational speaker, and living proof that miracles do happen. His story changed the way English football handles on-field medical care. He didn't just survive, he helped others survive too. And of course, we couldn't leave out St. Iker, one of the greatest goalkeepers of all time, had a heart attack during training at Porto in 2019. That's right, heart attack. Out of nowhere. The man who made saving goals look as easy as brushing your teeth suddenly found himself fighting to stay alive. He was hospitalized, recovered, and although he didn't return to competitive football, he stayed involved with Porto and later rejoined Real Madrid in a leadership role. He might have hung up the gloves, but Casillas remains a giant of the game. And you know what? Legends don't retire, they just change positions. So what have we learned today? That no matter how famous or how rich you are, we all face death one way or another. But they fought back. All of them reminded us that strength isn't just in your legs, it's in your heart, your spirit, and sometimes your surgically implanted medical device. So if they can come back from that, maybe we can survive Monday morning. Don't forget to subscribe. Stay strong, stay inspired. Until next time.